This is the moment the entire room erupted during the hearing. Send her back?
You guys are crazy!
You're an animal! Get a job!
Get a job.
To say something like that to myself and a lot of my colleagues is way out of line. It's way out of line. It's way out of line.
Regular order, Mr.
Way out of line.
Regular order.
That's okay, but it's okay, right?
That is not how it
It's
goes.
okay, right?
You hold yourself accountable before you talk about
Hold
Washington,
myself
D.C.
accountable.
Mr. Tlaib.
Washington, D.C.
Hold your own self accountable. How about that?
We're paying these people to act like this. Guys, this is unacceptable here. Regardless of how much you specifically hate the other side, you should never actually get to the point where you're, losing decorum. Because what we're encountering here feels a lot like it felt at the high school lunch table.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I think it's really important. I mean, we're talking about, 700,000 people that live here, and I feel like their voice gets completely just dismissed. And so, if I may, Mr. Chair, ask unanimous consent to enter the record. The Washington Post poll of D.C. residents found 8 out of 8 in 10 opposed Trump's taking over of their local police and sending in federal troops.
Without objection to ordered.
I think it's also really important to understand, like, the incredible kind of slanderous, like, defamation. I don't know what to call it. They're just burying Washington, D.C. You just heard them speak about our nation's capital in that way, in a way that I feel very much like that's not what I see. I see people walking around with their families, people enjoying time to see these beautiful, incredible, beautiful monuments and everything. And there's a pride here too. And so I just want to bring the DC residents into this committee because I feel like they are being made invisible. And this really ugly picture that is not reflective. And I'm from Detroit. I've seen it happen to my city, and it's despicable in a way that I feel like really goes up against our values. One of the things that I know in every abuse of power that we let President Trump and the administration get away with in D.C., it will be replicated. It will be expanded across the country, and it is going to tear apart our communities. Mr. Jackson, I talked to you about a little bit about this, but I think it's important to understand that we do have a mental health crisis, that we have a housing crisis, affordability crisis. Can you police any of those away?
No.
You can't police away homelessness. And the way they talk about our homeless neighbors is so...
Homeless neighbors? What exactly does that mean?
I mean, no wonder there's violence increasing towards homeless neighbors. I see it already, the brutality of it. When we see housing costs go up,
Guys, words mean things, okay? Hold the phone here, buddy. Words mean things, in fact, here. What do you mean by homeless neighbors? What exactly, guys, help me out in the comments here because I'm almost positive here. Generally, things don't have the ability to kind of go over my head so quickly, but homeless neighbors just does not make any sense to me.
See, again, the lack or dismissiveness of the mental health crisis that we continue to grow. And it's not just this administration, and the previous administrations as well. No one has moved with the urgency that is needed. Just last week, the committee approved over a dozen bills regarding Washington, D.C. And, I'm just curious. I mean, criminalize children. My colleague from Boston talked about this. It basically interfered with legislation already passed by the local government. Was anyone on this panel consulted? Any of you? Raise your hand if you were consulted on any of these bills. Yeah.
We were not.
One of the things that, AG, I've been listening to you. One of the bills actually eliminates your position completely. What effect would that have? I mean, completely eliminating your position in regards to be able to do the job that you do to protecting all the families in Washington, D.C.
We'll start with the fact that more than 70% of the residents of the District of Columbia overwhelmingly voted for having an independent elected attorney general.
That's right.
And that's a recognition of the fact that when an attorney general is directly accountable to the people, directly responsive to the people, we are much better at doing our job in terms of addressing housing affordability and conditions in slumlords, seniors and consumers who are being scammed, addressing the issues that are most important to D.C. residents, because I am accountable to them.
I read wage theft is an issue, workplace discrimination. I mean, there's a number of issues that need to be addressed, and they're not going to address that. They want to paint you all as this ugly, dark, all just out in the street. I mean, the way it's just unbelievable because they all live here. I don't see it. I don't see what they see. I don't understand why we're allowing that to happen, because I actually think it's going to hurt our communities. People are going to look at Washington, D.C. folks in a way that I think is going to be very painful, but also, you know, I don't know, Mr. Jackson, I heard the stories. People didn't leave their homes. They weren't leaving their homes. Businesses didn't see people coming into, I mean, that's what we want in our nation's capital. Stay in your house. Don't move. Don't go anywhere. Stay fearful.
I think what we really want, truthfully, here is a safe nation's capital. Understand this here. Washington, D.C. has absolutely, had an issue with crime for many, many, many years here. So sending the National Guard specifically in to kind of fix some things is not really like specifically a bad thing here. Not in certain places here. Okay. So when it comes down to like these super crime infested areas, why would you not want more help? Specifically if your local law enforcement is not really doing anything to actually stop the crime. They're just putting people away and then they're getting back out. And then recidivism is definitely a thing that's happening with most of these individuals, right? So how about this here, guys? We actually put people onto the streets that have the ability to save people's lives here.
It's unbelievable that my colleagues continue again to eject this narrative and this rhetoric in regards to it. But I think it's important, Mr. Chair, just like in D.C., home rule was won out of Black freedom struggle in the fight for civil rights, we can't be passive right now. So nobody over there should take anything we say like so personally as if we're attacking them. No, we're attacking a process. We're not attacking people here. And I think it's really important. We need to stand up against this fascist takeover. That's not a bad word. It's a fact. And here in D.C. and across the country, it is so incredibly important, Mr. Chair, that this committee does not allow rhetoric that defames and or paints Washington, D.C. in a way that you all haven't really truly seen. You're just reading it. No, you're just reading it or something off of some.
Will the gentlelady yield to a question?
Yeah,
guys,
I think it's really important.
Will the gentlelady yield?
Don't.
Hold on, guys. Understand this here. Again, you can basically tell the area based off of crime statistics. Let's just be completely honest here, right? I mean, I can tell you this right now. The place where I live, specifically when I'm in the United States of America, is safer than 94% of the United States of America. I can tell you this right now. It feels like it's probably 80. It feels like it. I can tell you this right now. It definitely feels closer to 100 than 94. I'm just going to be honest here, right? So you can definitely tell the area by the crime statistics by default. Okay. So I hear what you're saying. Don't lump up on this area because the crime statistics say that it's an absolutely terrible area. But I mean, are people losing their existence at a higher rate than other places in the United States of America? Answer that question. And if the answer is yes, then send the National Guard.
Will the gentlelady yield to a question?
Yeah, I think it's really important.
Will the gentlelady yield?
No, I don't yield. I don't even have time. I can tell you.
Your time's expired.
It is expired, but Mr. Chair,
been
but you all live here, and you're not telling people the beautiful parts that you do see in our nation's capital. And no, it's just wrong how we're doing it.
Chairman, I think it's insane if the gentlelady doesn't have an argument, but she's going to refer to me and some of my colleagues.
Mr. Donalds,
we were from the Third Reich. This is insane.
You're going to look at 14, 15-year-olds as a bunch of criminals?
It's insane. Do I look like a member of the Third Reich to you, Ms. Tlaib?
Please.
Is that what I look like to you?
You're the one taking your voting card.
Is that what you think? Is that what you think? Is that what you think?
No, that's unethical.
I think it's radical and I think it's insane. And I'll respect everything that you say. But to say something like that to myself and a lot of my colleagues is way out of line. It's way out of line. It's way out of line.
Regular order, Mr.
Way out of line.
Regular order.
That's okay. But it's okay, right?
That is not how it
It's
goes.
okay, right?
You hold yourself accountable before you talk about
Hold
Washington,
myself
D.C.
accountable.
Mr. Tlaib.
Washington,
Hold
D.C.
your
out
own
of your
self
mouth.
accountable. How
Keep
about
it out of
that?
your mouth.
Hold your own
I'm
self
trying,
accountable.
Mr.
How about that?
Free D.C. and make sure you
All right.
vote with your own voting card. Don't be giving it to somebody
Mr.
else.
Tlaib,
This just feels petty. All right, listen, now, are there great sides of DC? Absolutely. Most likely the National Guard is not going to go there. Okay, I'm just going to be honest here. Where are they going to go? They're going to go to the places where specifically people are losing their existence at higher rates. They're going to go to the areas where people's cars are being broken into consistently. They're going to go to the areas where there are home invasions regularly, or the nose candy is basically being sold, etc. Right? Like these are the areas where they would go. Right? Where they would have to go, where they would have to be. Why are we playing games here, guys? Like, I just don't like the games. Like, let's just be completely honest here, bro. All right? It's important. And I mean, very important that we're at least honest with each other here, guys, right? There are certain areas in the United States of America that not a single person actually wants to live, okay? Those areas are full of absolute depravity in terms of criminalities, right? And all types of other nose candy oriented things, guys. Understand. She's acting like it doesn't exist. I'm so confused here, guys. Why are you acting like it doesn't? Guys, this is frustrating, okay? Because she's actually doing this. Why would you you're acting like Washington, D.C., right? Isn't a good place to be. No, what are you talking about? Why do you think? Guys, this just feels like nothing more than idiocy, like virtue signaling based idiocy. Listen, I get it, bro. I'm black in America. Okay. I hear what you're saying to a certain extent here, but I'm not under any circumstance, right, going to allow any groupthink ideology that I have never experienced, right, to sway me or change my opinions here. Okay. Listen, criminality is criminality. I don't care who's doing it. All right. Get rid of it. Send the National Guard there. If it's on Wall Street, send them there too, bro. Okay. They're probably not going to be sent there. Or Hollywood. Okay. Understand this here for a second. Please, I want you guys to soak this in here. I don't care the color of your skin when I say this here. I mean this. If you are committing acts of violence towards fellow humans and the area that you're currently living in, right, experiences that type of situation all of the time, yeah, you need the National Guard. I don't know. How do we, why are we playing games here? Okay. Are there good parts of certain cities that are known for criminality? Yes. That's not the argument, though. That doesn't change the fact that there's a segment of the society in that area that in fact needs to be looked at a little bit more, seriously, because there's more criminality there. I don't care about all of the external things that could be happening specifically. I don't, because that's the next argument, guys, right? Oh, you can't say that you need to over-police impoverished people. You're right. Right? You shouldn't do that because not all impoverished people are doing this, but it is definitely indicative in certain areas, okay, that certain areas of impoverished people are committing a gigantic amount of crime, guys. All right? Strip away, guys, for a second. Strip away all of the 2026 out of your brain, bro. Just strip it away. Matter of fact, hold on. Strip away all of the year 2000 to 2026 for a second here. And just look at the data, guys. All right. That neighborhood, I don't care what it is the majority looks like. I don't care. Right. That neighborhood is committing crime. Send the National Guard to that neighborhood. Guys, am I wrong? I feel like I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments, guys. I feel like I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong because it feels super logical, right? If one area, okay, in part of your city, right, needs a lot of water, all right, and you say, hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and send the water police to go figure out what exactly the water problem is, right? We're going to go ahead and fix that issue immediately. Send the people to go fix a thing in the area. This part over here is nice, let's say, and it doesn't have any water issues, but we're not talking about that part because that part has no issues. Do you get my water analogy? Yes, because that's how I see it, guys. I'm super autistic, all right? So I generally, and I mean this not in like a derogatory term, I literally have Asperger's autism, okay? And so by saying this here, I look at things through a logical lens exclusively. I don't care about the emotions under any circumstance or the virtue of about anything. Is it true or is it not? That's kind of me, bro. A or B. Get what I mean? But either way, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly, guys. All right?